What up, gang? You know who it is? It's your boy Lee Brim. We back. You know how we coming. Bow. Yo, check the review, right? So I had to clean out my phone. I got an iPhone 12 Pro Max, and I got the lowest gig. I think it's 128 gig. Man, my phone was like chopped with the memory. So it was taking me so long, like 2 days to upload the other stuff. And I was like, something's wrong. I don't know what's wrong. So I went on YouTube, found out how to cloud my phone. I cleared it out. My phone is like halfway now. It's beautiful. So I got enough memory. But I'm gonna still try to keep this review short and quick. All right, so look. This is my outlook on it, right? The remote control. First of all, let me just say, I'm not trying to bad mouth. I'm not trying to bad talk any company, but I'm not getting paid or endorsed by any company. So I'm speaking my honest opinion, how I feel. Take it with a grain of salt, right? As far as the controller, I'm gonna start with the controller. The controller, to be honest, the controller feels flimsy. It feels cheap. It really does. I'm not gonna lie. All these guys on YouTube talking about, oh, the controller is this, the controller is that. That's their opinion. My opinion, the controller feels cheap and flimsy, but you gotta take the bitter with the sweet, right? There's a lot of premium controllers that cost a lot of money, and they're expensive, and you get a good bang for your buck with this, right? So it's like every con about this, the bad thing, I find a pro, the good thing about it, you know? Meaning, like one thing, for example, it might be cheap, feeling, flimsy, feeling, right? It's real light. Like if you got like 2, 3 AA batteries in your hand, it's light, you know? It feels cheap, but it gives you a lot of premium quality features of a lot of high expensive other controllers, right? Another thing too, right? What I really like about this controller is it works. So even though it might feel cheap or flimsy, it still works. And you know, like you get what you pay for. I heard, you know, if you buy these Bond and Fly, and I got the Ready to Fly version myself, but I heard if you get the Bond and Fly, and it's just where like, you know, you buy the controller separate, they like 40 or 50 bucks or something, and that's not bad. And this controller works. The second thing I want to say about this is, right, again, not to bad talk anybody or downplay anybody, but I'm just giving you my honest opinion on what I think, my opinion, how I feel. But take it how you want to take it, right? Take it with a grain of salt. But the Ready to Fly version, the Nano, the Blade Nano S2, I have that. That's like the controller is not like this controller. You can't dial it in. You can't go into, you know, the throttle curves, the trimming, the expo, and fine tune it to your flying skills, how you want it to fly. With that being said, they both come Ready to Fly or Bound to Fly. But if you get the Ready to Fly version, what I'm saying is, to me, this Ready to Fly version, the XK Blast k110, the controller that comes with it, it might feel flimsy and cheap feeling, but it works, and you could dial in the throttle curves, the trimming, you know, the expo and stuff like that, and you could get it, the helicopter flying better tuned to your flying style. With the Ready to Fly controller that comes with the Nano S2, you can't dial in nothing. It's go frontwards, backwards, left, right, or whatever. You could try to do 3D, but if you don't have a controller such as like this minimum, where you can dial in, or a better premium controller, then you can just fly it regular. Because when you try to do 3D, it's not gonna work for you. And that's what I really appreciate about this helicopter set. You know, it gives you a Ready to Fly controller that you can pre-dial it in. And I say pre-dial it in because don't quote me on this, guys. Don't tear me up in the comments, right? But I'm learning too a little bit. But, you know, I know it's something like on the manual, the book, the instructions, it got like pictures and a graph, and it got like a S, like a little S that goes up. And it's something like with the throttle band, the throttle I don't know, something with the throttle curves or pitch limits or something like that at the top, where once it reaches to the top, you know, I guess you could fine tune that part of it. And it's saying like these, a guy on YouTube is saying like these controllers, they don't show you that, you know, on a graph, like animated. Some controllers show you that, like how you see it in a manual book. I have seen that. So, excuse me. So at the end of the day, it's okay. They say you just gotta listen out for the linear part or the linear curves or something like that. I don't really understand it too much, but my thing is, I appreciate at least you can dial it in a little bit. You might can't dial it into all that extra stuff like the linear, the curves and all that, because you don't got a really high expensive controller. But you could dial it in better than the Blade S2, S3 Nano ready to fly version controller that come with it, and it will make you a better pilot. Now, I had the MSRN, or the MSR it's called, right? The Blade. That little helicopter did 15 miles per hour. And you know, let me show you guys what I'm talking about real quick. Now, if you look close, right? I'm gonna put it close to the camera so you guys can see what I'm talking about, right? All right, look. Okay, so you guys see these dog links, I guess, the swash plates, I guess they call, from right here to here. Okay, there's one on each side, right? So there's one right here to here, and there's the other one right here to here, right? That goes on a ball. Now, it's 4 balls on here. One to go to here, one go to here. But at the bottom is another ball that's empty, and on the opposite side over here is another ball that's empty. Well, if you take the swash plate off of here and take the other one on this side off and turn the ball around and put them on the other two, the MSRN from 15 miles per hour, it does 30 miles per hour. So the guy in the hobby shop told me, when you learn how to fly it and you get better, that's when you upgrade and step up to that. So I was like, okay. So I got it. I played like, it was a ready fly version, like the Blade S2 Nano, that kind of controller. You couldn't dial nothing in. I learned how to fly. I got a little good with it. It was jittery, like jumpy, all over the place, and it was so micro, so little, and outside. But the thing flies though, as long as you give it gas and power, you'll go. But trying to hover and stay still is real jumpy and a little hard to hover. Until you get nice with it, then you'll be able to do it. When I got nice with it and I was ready to go outside, I took the swash plates off, right? Unconnect that one, turned the ball around, connected to the other two. As soon as I hit on the right stick right here, up the pitch, it like before it would dive like this. Now it dive like this. It goes, and you could feel the 30 miles per hour. I got nice with flying that little helicopter. Long story short, I got the Blade S2 Nano after that, right? The Blade S2 Nano to me is like, the MSRN is like a 10, a 9 when it comes to jumping all over the place, being jittery, trying to control it, standing still, hovering, you know. But once you get used to it and learn how to fly it, you will be able to control it and fly it, and it won't be that much of a problem. And I love the little thing. When you get the Blade Nano S2, it's like, it's less jumpy and jittery. It flies a lot more stable. I would say it's about like a 6, maybe even a 5, 6. Not as jumpy as like a 9 or 10 like the MSRN. It's like a 5, 6. The speed, I didn't really feel a difference. I did try to disconnect the swash plates and turn the ball and put them on there like I did the MSRN, and I didn't really notice a difference in the power or speed. So I don't know if it worked or if that's just for the MSRN or that works for any helicopter. I don't really know, but I know what that helicopter did. And you'll see in a minute where I'm going with all this, why I'm saying all this, right? Okay, so again, as far as speed compared to the MSR, it felt about 20 miles per hour, give or take, a little slower, a little faster. It felt like kind of in the same realm as the MSRN, but just a little more stable when it flies. You know, I couldn't really tell the difference when I switched the plates around. This right here, this is a brushless motor. This XK k110. This little thing right here, man, it's fast. And I'm talking about like where you notice a difference, like really, really faster. Now, to all you helicopter pilots that's y'all nice and y'all can do hardcore smack 3D, kudos to you. I give it to you. You know, I can't do all that, but it might be slow to y'all. But this, I'm telling you like this, these helicopters on a box, they don't come with on the side, you know, with the ratings. Oh, it does 20 miles per hour, or it does 30 miles per hour. The guy in the store told me that. So who knows how fast these helicopters go unless you got the target gun, you know, the when you shoot the target gun thing, whatever it's called, the radar, and you catch the speed. If you don't got one of those, I mean, how you really know something? I don't know. So other than that, I can't tell how fast it is. But what I do know is if that MSR did 30 miles per hour and it felt like it, and then you fly the Blade S2 Nanos fast, and then you fly this make the MSRN look like nothing. This, if you hit the controller on a MSR or the Blade to punch it up to go up on the left hand side, it'll go up. But if you hit it on this, it will fly up fast. Total difference. Me, I didn't really know the controls on it. I just learned, so I set up the controls how I seen some guy on YouTube set it up, because they were saying, a lot of people were saying, when they ship these helicopters to you, the ready to fly versions, the way they have the control set up, everything is on 0. That's how mine came. The helicopter is just all over the place, flying all over the place, you know, and that's not good. So these people was setting it up how they set it up. And I set mine up. I seen like 3 people how they set it up. One was too wild for me. One was a little too tame for me. The other one was just right. So I went with that setup and it works fine for me. But again, any person's flying style, you know, the throttle control, the pitch controls, the expo and all that, you know, whatever somebody have they controls dialed at, set at, it doesn't mean it's gonna work for you. So what I did was I looked at a few different people with their different settings. And as I'm looking at them, I'm seeing how the helicopter's flying and if it's a little more tameable for me. And I went with that setting. Now, it's still more. You're going to want to personalize even more. But you got to know, just like I need to know, I'm trying to find out still now as I'm making this video, what certain things do. If I'm not mistaken, I think the expo, if you turn the expo up, the more expo, it leans it even more. And then, you know, like that. Throttle pitch or throttle control, you know, I know what the dual rate is to give you like extra power or something, like, you know, it's like low gear and high gear, you know, so I'm trying to learn that so I could dial it in even more. So if I wanted to flip real quick, it'll flip real quick to the side or a barrel roll, you know, a front flip or back flip or whatever. So long story short, what I did was, you know, I found out of the 3 guys which one I liked the best, which was, you know, in the middle. And then, you know, as I flew it, he has like one of the settings on, like, I don't know what they is, on 100, some of them. And it's like, it's really aggressive. This little thing is fast. It flies. And it was like, when I put it to its settings and took it outside, I was yoom, 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 yoom. And I just had to catch it for a minute. You know, it was just all over the place. And then I just slowed down easy on the controls until I'm ready to dial it in, fine tune it, and mess with it myself. But as for right now, just to fly, I could just fly it all day. But as you can see in the video, I was just trying to do a little 3D. I've done it a lot better than that off the camera. Wasn't catching it for some reason. I didn't have my phone out recording it. But you know, it's not hard to do, and it's definitely more doable, meaning able to do it way more than the Blade S2 or Blade S3 Nano with that controller that it comes with ready to fly. Understand what I'm saying? Meaning, if you get the Blade S2 or Nano or the Blade S3 Nano and you have your own controller, a real controller, yeah, you can do the 3D. I don't know about hardcore smack 3D, but you could do it. And it'll do it because you can dial in the settings. The controllers they come with don't let you dial in the settings. That's the only thing I'm saying. These helicopters, such as this one, the XK, you know, 110, it comes with a better controller where you could dial in the settings. And again, that's what I appreciate about it. You might feel flimsy, feel cheap, but it works. It does the jobs, the controls don't get stuck when you move in the gym bulls. You know, it works. You could go a distance with it out your range. It don't cut off or act glitchy. It works. And at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. It's not really an expensive set altogether. I think I paid like $144 for mine or something. I've seen some people on YouTube, oh, I get it for $90. I get it for $105, $110, $100, US dollars, ready to fly. I put the link down below. I click on the link and it says sold out. So, you know, you just got to go online and see where you could get it at that time. And when I got it at the time, it was like $140. I ordered it like 2 months ago, 3 months ago. Just got it maybe about a week and a half ago, I would say now, you know. So yeah, come from China, they take a little time. But yeah, and I have another helicopter coming to the channel too, guys. I told you, it's on the way coming, so stay tuned. You ain't gonna wanna miss that. But yeah, I had 4 versions. I was supposed to be doing about, you know, this helicopter. I was supposed to be doing the first version, part 1 I put up, and I had 2 more other recorded videos. It was so long, but my phone storage was messed up and I just had to delete everything and just do it all over. So I said I'll try to chop it up and make all them 3 in this one short video like that, you know, so I could upload it for you guys. But basically, yeah, this helicopter, as far as this one, I'm just trying to give you a little understanding a little bit of how, you know, y'all know where y'all at with it. When you go get a helicopter, your expectations won't be but so high, or you won't expect this and then this happen. You know, as far as like, do I think it's a good helicopter? Yeah, I do. Do I think it's hard to fly? No, it's not. Actually, it's easy to fly because it's tameable. Because like I said, the controls, you know, you can dial it down, you can soup it up, you know, or you can fly a factory, how it comes. But the fact that you can dial in on it to reduce the power out of it, to make it fly even less powerful, that's beautiful until you learn how to handle it. This little thing is fast, and I know how to fly a little bit. So for me, and I've been flying for over 5 years, 7 years, easy. For me, and I've been flying, and I get my hands on this little thing, and it's like, zoom. I'm like, whoa, I love this little thing. It's going. It'll take me some little time to get used to it. And the MSR was just 30 miles per hour. It was fast. And if you don't know how fast 30 miles per hour is with something that's micro in your hand, and keep your eye on it, you can't turn your head or blink. You'll miss it, it'll be gone, you'll lose it, it'll crash that quick. So I don't know, it might not seem fast. Y'all don't know, you know how fast 30 miles per hour is, but it's fast. This little sucker, it feels way faster than 30 miles per hour, what that MSR felt like. Like automatically, as soon as you touch the controller, you're gonna feel it. So it's cool because it's fast, it's quick, it's real nimble. It's real nimble and agile. Like you'll just, boom, and in a blink of an eye, you could just turn it in the air while it's soaring, going to the side, just boom, bring it right back, push it to the side, and it does it on a drop of a dime. It's real agile, it's nimble, and it's quick. So it's gonna take some time getting used to it. You know, you'll get used to it, you'll have it for a little bit. Is the durability is light. The canopy, you know, it doesn't feel cheap or flimsy. It feels good, actually. It does. The blades are kind of like, they're not that strong. You know, as you can see right here, I chipped the blade. I don't know if it's coming up on camera. Let me see if I get close up. Okay. Right here, I chipped the blade. I don't know if you guys can see it. Yeah, it's kind of chipped right there. Yeah. See it? There it goes, sticking out. You see it? Kind of chipped. But the crazy thing is, by it being chipped, it still flies like no problem. Zoom, just going. Like, you know, you wouldn't even notice. I crashed it like 6 times. The spur gear is so even and pretty. It's not chewed up. It's so triangly, like and sharp. Only thing I had to do like 4 or 5 times is take this, hold your hand on top of this. And while you got your hand on top of this, you push this up. I believe it's called the spur gear. The spur gear, you push it up so it could be on this gold thing right here. You don't want the spur gear to be under spinning and it ain't on that gold thing right there, because then the helicopter won't go in the air. And that's what happened to me. I was like, wait, what happened? It's spinning, the blades, but it wasn't going in the air. It was just standing on the ground. And I'm like, wait a minute. I pushed it up, boom, went right up in the air, no problem. So the only two things I really noticed that really happened if you crash this, and out of the 4 or 5 crashes, one of them was a really hard crash. It was going so fast, out of control, and I wasn't used to it. It was like my second flight or first flight. I couldn't believe I crashed it because I can fly, and it went into like a little grill. We have grills outside, like boom, and it flew into it hard to the side, came into it like woo, boom. Yeah, so nothing really happened. Like I said, the spur gear, I pushed it up. The only thing I noticed that happened other than the spur gear coming down is the dog links, they pop off. So you just take the one at the bottom right here and push it back on. But guys, listen, pay attention. When you push, not the one on the top, the one on the bottom, when it come off and you push it back on, push it on the ball. Don't push it past the ball, because when you put it on the ball and past the ball, it's not gonna work right. So you're gonna have to pull it out a little bit. Make sure it's on the ball. So don't put it too hard. Just push it a little bit and it'll go right on the ball. What I usually do is always keep a pair of tweezers with me, because you can go right here and doop, click it right on. If you push it too far past, take the tweezers and pull it right off. Very simple, and you be flying right back in the air in 2 seconds. The durability is really good as long as you don't take no hard crashes. What I usually do is fly over grass. The higher the grass, it keeps cushion when it falls. You know, I see a lot of people chewing up their spur gear. They say, cut the throttle off, cut the power off. That's true. And a lot of people be still chewing up their spur gear on this. I haven't chewed this up, and I crashed, like I said, between 4 and 6 times, 4, 5, 6 times, something like that. And, you know, and that was from me not trying to fly. That's from me trying to do 3D. And, you know, I'm getting it. It ain't coming. It's coming. It's falling. It's, you know, getting away from me. But I just need a little more space, and I'll get it, because I did it a couple times where it was all right. I just got to get the hang of it. Your second, third flight, you're trying to do 3D and never did it before other than on a simulator. You know, depending on the wind and the area. So I'll get it, and my settings ain't dialing how I want it, but it's doable. You know, it's a little aggressive and how the guy had it set up, but I can fly it. If something does 30 miles per hour or 100 miles per hour or 5,000 miles per hour, if a car do 300 miles per hour, you don't got to press the gas all the way down to the floor and do the whole 300 miles per hour. So it doesn't matter how aggressive the guy had it set up where it's this fast. I don't have to fly that fast. I just don't push the stick all that forward, and it won't dive and go that fast like that. So I was just being easy, learning how to control it. But when I hit it, it goes. And I was like, yeah, this is a little aggressive. But the other guy I seen was way more aggressive than that. I'm like, this thing is faster than this. This little thing goes. So again, I'm not worried about it because I know how to fly it. I just don't go that fast when I don't want to. Or I know how to, if I'm going too fast, I'll just spin it around and pull it back and go back the other way. Or I know how to keep it away from things. I can fly, no problem. But I'm trying to do this 3D thing, learn how to do that. So, I basically got it. I had to dial in a little bit on another person's settings when he was doing 3D with this. And it worked all right. But I still want to try a couple other more settings too, though. See if I can get a little better. So to practice on it, to learn how to flip it and get it like this, and you break it up or whatever, it's not a big deal, because if you crash it a couple times, you're not going to spend that much money on it. What you going to spend? $3, $2 for the dog leash or the dog bone things, the swash plates, $7 or something, $5.99 for some blades or something. That's not a lot of money. They give you extra spur gear. You might spend $2.99 for one. It's not a lot of money, guys. You know what I'm saying? Compared to the big helicopters you guys are going to spend, it gets costly, pricey, and it jumps up there quick. Right? So, you know, if you want to learn something as far as how to do 3D, I think this is really good. And this is even good before you get into 3D. If you just want to learn how to fly, because you don't got to do 3D and click the switches and take the gyro off and idle up and go into 3D mode and start flipping it. You could just fly a regular helicopter and learn how to fly until you get better and you get comfortable and you good. And then you want to go to 3D, you already got a 3D helicopter that's capable of doing it right there. Now you can flip the switches when you're ready and practice on it and get better. You know, but if you do crash, and you're going to crash, you're not going to be spending that much money to repair it. It's really going to break unless you run into something real hard or a couple times, or, you know, you crash it and you still got your throttle up, your gas up, you ain't paying attention, or you forgot to cut the throttle switch off. You might chew up your spare gear, put another one on for the most part. You'll be all right. They a little durable. They don't really just break that easily. A piece might bend, the tail boom might bend or crack a little bit, but for the most part, you be fine. The landing gear might come out, put it back in. The dog links come off. That's it. You might crack your tail boom depending how hard you hit something. You might lose a fin. Just make sure it's on tight. Squeeze it like this. That's all. Other than that, good to go. Would I recommend it? Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. This video was so long. I tried to do my best, my honest review. I love the little helicopter. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do. I think it's awesome. I think it's cool. It's fast, it's agile, it's nimble. You could do 3D with it. It comes with a controller where you could, dial in your settings a little bit and you can learn. And it's good to practice on and learn how to do it because it's a little one. And, if you crash something, they're going to be that expensive, the parts, as opposed to a big one, So, yeah, I recommend it. But, just remember, it is a quick little helicopter. So you might want to dial it down when you first get it. I hope you guys like this review. I had fun doing it. Oh, and one more thing I'm going to say, guys, right? Like, one thing you definitely going to want to do, get you some extra batteries. Because it is so much fun. I'm telling you, I promise you, like, you're not going to want to have one battery and fly it. It lasts about maybe 8-9 minutes. But what they don't tell you, right, about batteries, and I've never heard nobody talk about this, or maybe I'm tripping, maybe it's just me. But so far from what I'm feeling and thinking and seeing, I ain't never heard nobody talk about it. So I'm going to tell y'all, batteries, right? It's like when you first get the helicopter, you get a battery, you time it. I put it on a timer and I watch. How long does it give me flight time? Whether I'm doing 3D or whether I'm not doing 3D, flight time. All right, no hardcore 3D or no 3D, 9 minutes. Come out again, 9 minutes. Another time you charge it, 7-8 minutes. So basically what happens with these batteries is, like on the Blade S2 Nano, I bought like 3 batteries. No, I bought like 4 batteries for those or 5 batteries for those, plus the one battery came with. And some of the batteries wouldn't last as long as the other ones. Like when I put every one on a timer, all right, this the battery came with, I use that. Now I'm putting in the batteries I bought. All right, I put this battery in, it's on a timer for 5 minutes. Flew it out. Now I put this next battery in I bought with it, 5 minutes. It started going down. It was giving me like 12 minutes. Then it started giving me 9-8 minutes. Then like 7 to 5 minutes. So this one, it was only my 3rd flight. I can't really tell. But I'm pretty sure I'm going to start feeling like it's going to start dying down from originally giving me 9 minutes flight time to probably like from 9 minutes to 7 minutes soon. So you're going to want to get some batteries because you're going to want to learn how to fly it. And you're not going to get so good or get that much better if you're only getting to fly for 5 or 10 minutes and then you got to wait an hour, 45 minutes to charge it up and go out for another 5 or 10 minutes. You're not going to get, it's going to take you a long time to get better like that. You're going to want to have 2 or 3 batteries so you can fly continuously back to back and practice. Get a dual charger. Well, come with a dual charger where you can charge 2 at the same time. You can fly, boom, and go there, put the next one in, fly it again, practice a little bit, boom, put the next one in. The batteries ain't that expensive, maybe between $5 and $10. Depending on which one you want to get. You can get a little more power, so it give you a little more flight time or something like that. That's what I did. So I'm getting ready to order me a few more batteries, probably like 5 of them, so I just have them, So I suggest that, I recommend that. Please, get you some batteries. Trust me, if you want to get better and you want to learn how to fly, as well as have fun while you're doing it, you're going to want to have a couple batteries. You're going to be bored because you're going to get mad if you got one battery that it came with and you flying and it's fun and then it just goes dead. You're going to be like, oh man, I think I was just getting it too. I was getting better. I had it. You seen that, right? You seen how I turned it. And you're going to be like, you got to wait a whole 45 minutes, an hour. Now you're going to be rusty when you try to fly it again. It might be windy outside now. You had a good time to fly it. Now an hour later went by, now it's too late. Or it got dark outside, or now, you got to go somewhere. So you want to get a couple batteries so you can have fun with it and learn and get better like that, and they're not expensive. Like I said, the more the merrier. I don't care if it's 2 batteries, just make sure you get more than 1. So again, that's my review on it. That's my thoughts on it. I hope you guys like my opinion. Again, The video's so long, half hour, because I put all the other 3 parts into this one. So this is the 4 parts. So that's my thoughts of it. I like it. It's cool. I'm happy with the purchase, and I recommend it for you guys. Hope you like it. And don't forget, I have another one coming, guys. You're not gonna wanna miss it. It's coming. Stay tuned. We out. Bow.